Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say you will. Come on and shout. Say you will. Yeah. Shout. Buffalo's happening now. Shout. We're on the move now. Shout. The Bills are happening now. Shout. They're making it happen now. Shout. You got the spirit. Shout. A lot of spirit, yeah. Shout. You got the spirit. Shout. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, guys. Man, that song really
man.
feels good after today's game. But first of all, we want to thank you again to I'll do the Mountain Dew one. Mountain Dew for sponsoring us.
And Tostitos for sponsoring us. We just picked them up last week. Thank you guys so much.
Toasty taste of Tostitos.
Thank you guys so much for our sponsorship. We love you guys so much.
So drink Mountain Dew and eat some Tostitos.
Absolutely. Oh, what a
On to
game.
the game. The
Oh.
Bills defense started out on a tear after Alex Smith. The secondary was ferocious. Our D-line, we got to the quarterback. I mean, Alex Smith. Carson
Palmer.
Sorry, guys. I've had a lot to do today. Losing my voice, actually.
Tired, man.
That was an intense game. Down to the wire. I know we won by 15. But actually, the Bills' defense came in clutch at the end. They allowed a little dink and dunk stuff. But I think after last week's matchup, they knew they couldn't keep allowing these deep plays like this. And it really showed in the final scoreboard of the game because we had, 4 picks in the fourth quarter. They coughed the ball up a few times and then we had the huge blocked field goal, which really changed momentum.
Oh, yeah.
After that, I was like, oh my gosh, I knew we were winning this game. But let me just tell you this: Arizona,
what the heck
good
is up
team.
with them?
No, but not just that, but they're a good team. And
Yeah.
the Bills, they had not won a game on all 3 phases. They haven't won a game period,
No.
but they haven't played a complete game all 3
No.
phases. The special teams and defense were pretty good against Baltimore. They did miss a field goal. Last week, special teams and offense were pretty good, but the defense was a problem. The first week, the offense was a problem. They tried changing things up. They got rid of Greg Roman, so rest in peace, Harambe. Sorry,
Yes.
Greg Roman. I liked you as a coordinator. I thought you were a great guy, but we saw last year with Detroit, they were not putting up points on the board, moving the ball, so they decided to go with Jim Bob Cooter. I mean, every once in a while, you just know you got to make a play, a change, just so you can start playing better. That showed on the field today. McCoy, he ran the ball
great game.
so great today.
Our whole running game didn't. Gillespie, he played a really good game too, or whatever. And Tyrod even.
It's Gillespie.
Whatever his name
apparently,
is.
according to Jim Nance. I think it's Gillespie, honestly.
Whatever. Gillespie, whatever his name is. Played a great game too.
Yeah.
When McCoy needed a break, he came in.
Reggie Bush, we should just cut him. Oh! Okay. Fumble the Jets. The Jets did not start off great.
Yeah, of course
in
they
KC.
did.
Yeah, of course they play amazing.
Against Buffalo, Ryan Fitzpatrick looks like Jesus, and then
he is Jesus.
I wish he has the beard. But yeah, overall, just a great game. Started out slow, but our defense up front.
Gilmore had 2 picks, and even on some of those deep balls, he was
great coverage. Safeties too. Corey Graham and Aaron.
He was up attacking the football in
Yeah.
air. He wasn't he wasn't overmatched and overpowered like he was last week against the Jets receivers. He knew Arizona's got pretty good receivers.
Yeah,
they could have better receivers than the Jets. John Brown, Floyd, Fitzgerald, and then they got David Johnson, who's a good receiving back.
Good receiver, yeah.
They have a ton of weapons. I know it was a West to East Coast. Cardinals have played great on the East Coast. But remember a few weeks ago, everyone was like, man, look at New England. Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, he beat the Cardinals. Wow, what a great quarterback he was. We beat them so much worse than New England did.
And the game
The score
was even closer than the game was too. Yeah.
I look at 2 plays that really changed the outcome in the score sheet. One with that 60-yard field goal by Catanzaro, which I have to say was a gutsy call. If he would have missed that or whatever, if it would have gone left or right, or it would have gone short, we could have returned it. We probably could have scored again potentially. And then we look at that one play, Tyrann Mathieu, where he read Tyrod Taylor's read. He did drop the fumble, which was fortunate for us. But I mean, we could have gotten 3 there, and then the safety. I mean, that's just like 8 more points just for us, or 8-point difference, I should say. So I mean, we could have ended up with something like 35 or how we finished with, what, 33?
33. We should have had 34 because Carpenter missed the extra point.
Yeah, but anyways, it was a huge victory for us. And now we're on to New England, who we don't know who's their quarterback situation going in right now. I have to say, if I'm Rex Ryan,
that's a winnable game.
I get after New England's quarterback.
Yeah.
If it's Brissett, he didn't throw the ball down the field. Our run defense is solid. We don't have to worry about Blount. I mean, we just got to stop the little dinky passes. But that's the thing. We showed that teams can't beat us downfield today by focusing on our quarterbacks and giving them safety help. If New England tries to air the football out, first of all, they got either a rookie quarterback or Garoppolo. And New England doesn't have. They have Gronk, but they don't.
He's still not 100%.
But I would put Gilmore on Gronk.
Yeah.
And then put the smaller slot cornerbacks on like Hogan, Edelman, and Amendola, and their receivers just aren't the big physical mismatches that you have with the Jets. They do have the tight ends, but they're not going to beat you on 40, 50-yard bombs.
No, they're not.
This is not what the tight end position is for. The Bills have good linebackers, and
yeah, let me give a huge shout out to Lorenzo Alexander and Jerry Hughes. And Kyle Williams too. They all played great. They did a great job.
I remember the overreactions when we got rid of Manny Lawson. We haven't even needed Shaq Lawson or Reggie Ragland. That's the funny thing. Like, imagine if we would have decided to go with a receiver in the first 2 rounds, which we probably ended up needing, or even another offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. Our depth at these other positions have been good. Obviously, the depth will just get overall so much better once we get those guys. And Alexander, he has 3.5, 4 sacks this season.
Yeah, he's been a great.
No one saw that coming. He was signed as a special teams player. Injuries, suspensions,
random guy kind of
cuts. I mean, it's all took a toll on the depth chart in front of him. We had Shaq Lawson, who was penciled in as a starter to begin with. Manny Lawson was a backup. He got suspended, and then he didn't play well enough to make the team. Yeah. So that led to him getting reps in camp. And the thing is, he also had Enem Polley, Eric Stryker, who were given first-team reps. He had to beat out three or 4 guys just to see playing time.
Yeah, and
now he's starting, and just the way he's looked. I mean, the instincts he has, he was a Pro Bowler a few years ago, but his pass-rushing instincts, he's always getting in the quarterback's face.
Yeah,
and the thing is, teams are circling Jerry Hughes because they've seen his pass-rushing abilities for the first two games so far, now 3 games.
And he's probably got to
if you have 2 guys
in sacks, right?
Both of them probably have 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But if you got 2 guys like that, and then you're going to get the rookie Shaq Lawson back, and you also send in these safety blitzes with either Roby Coleman or Corey Graham, who had a sack today. I mean, it's just going to be havoc. Once they get Darius back, they'll get so much better penetration. But that's some good penetration today. What was it, 3rd and 2? And then they allowed the delay of game. That ended up leading to that blocked field goal, which was a huge factor in that game. So overall, I think our defense just looks so much better.
And we were missing Darby and Sammy Watkins, our number 1 wideout. I forgot.
We were missing Salas, and Salas has been a factor so far this season.
Tyrod didn't have a whole lot of weapons today, and he still played.
He was efficient though.
He played a solid game.
The one mistake he made was that the pass that almost turned into a touchdown. The option play, you remember that?
Yeah, the fumble that Tyrann Mathieu missed.
I remember, right before that. If you go to our Periscope. Follow us on Twitter, by the way. Yes. I am the Ben Grimm Show.
I'm SexyMatt988.
So, anyways, if you were to go and look at my Periscope, right before that, I was like, man, I've been giving Tyrod all this hate. He hasn't made any mistakes today, and then he fumbles it, but they don't obviously...
And the interception wasn't even that bad.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I mean, because it didn't lead to a touchdown drive, but...
No, well, it got him down to the 10.
We weren't going to get a first down, and... What's his name has been such a bad punter today.
So that was...
Schmidt, so I mean...
Yeah, that was basically a punt.
Really, his only bad turnover would be last week. In the Baltimore game, he like just played way too conservative. But we have run, and one thing I would like to see is use Charles Clay more in the passing game because he has had like a few receptions so far. We signed this guy to a huge deal. We gotta start using it as a weapon. Robert Woods had a few good catches today. That one was
it wasn't a catch.
I mean,
it
it might have.
Well,
been.
it might have been.
I don't know.
He was getting held anyway.
I don't know if that significant evidence overturned it, but since the whole offense looked better, they didn't have like that many turnovers at all. At the end of the game, they didn't really plan to like air it out or throw it at all, and they didn't really throw the ball downfield at all. Tyrod had 111 touching or passing yards, but when you play that efficiently on defense as a running game, you don't need to open up the passing game. Once you start,
sorry,
yeah, but once you get a running game like that against a good team like Arizona, the passing game will open up because teams will start circling LaShawn McCoy, Tyrod Taylor in the running game. We're gonna start stacking the box. Once we get Sammy Watkins, we'll get him on one-on-one matchups. We also have Robert Woods. We can throw the deep ball to Goodwin. I mean, we have a lot of weapons on offense. Like, I would still like to see us get more receivers. I would like to see Tyrod target receivers more instead of trying to just keep going with a check down.
But he was throwing a lot more downfield today. Like he was looking down
a few times, but I'd still like to see him go to the receiver.
Yeah, I would too. But he
on 1st and 10, instead of trying to go for the dump off to McCoy, hit like Woods. Like a slanting Woods for 4 yards and let him get the yards after the catch instead of, fumble.
No, I think it was
No, they call that a fumble. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm saying instead of checking down, give it to a receiver, give it to Charles Clay, like even dump it off to Clay. Like look to other receivers.
Yeah, Clay had like one target today, which was a freaking personal foul, by the way, on you, Tyrann Mathieu. But whatever. They only targeted him like once or twice, which I think is kind of dumb because they paid him all that money.
Yeah.
You might as well go to him. He's open.
He's been a good run blocker.
Yeah, he's a good run blocker and he takes up space, so he's been a good asset. Definitely been a good asset. But I'd like to see them use.
Yeah, I think just open up, try to give it to more of these other guys and the offense like McCoy, Watkins. You want to target them, but I'd say you almost take touches away from McCoy. Keep his legs fresh. Use him in the running game on passing downs. Hey, screen pass to Gillisley.
Yeah.
Hand it off to Jonathan Williams once in a while, who hasn't looked great. I mean, I'm still sore.
Philly is up 10-0. Carson Wentz, 133 yards, 11 for 14, and a touchdown.
This is a Bill show. Anyways, I'm still sore about us getting rid of Carlos Williams because I think he got the raw deal.
He's been good. He's been really good.
But
second, he's not Carlos. But
look at Bush and Jonathan Williams.
Like, they haven't done jack.
I know, like
Bush is trash. They get rid of him.
We could have at least had him like on the reserve suspension.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should have kept him. But whatever.
Yeah. It is what it is, but we look forward to pull up the Bill schedule for us, just so our studio audience gets to see who we're playing.
I know New England and then San Fran's next after New England.
So one winnable game is because we don't know who's the Patriots quarterback.
Yeah, we could eat that.
They may not even have Brissett available, so they may have a raw Garoppolo, so to speak, who's dealing with a shoulder injury, which isn't too severe, but he's gonna have it's just a pain tolerance. Like you see Sammy Watkins not play because of the pain tolerance. Taking hits. Okay, I think he's down. His buttocks was down. But anyways, just taking constant hits and beatings all game, and trying to throw with that shoulder. The Bills are going to key on the rushing attack, and I think this is a very winnable game after today's matchup.
We go 2-0.
I know everyone was saying, oh yeah, they'll still beat the Bills with Julian Edelman as our quarterback.
No. If Edelman's the quarterback,
give us some credit. I know we haven't had our games. We've lost by 6 points in 2 games, but we haven't been that bad.
Yeah, we haven't gotten
give us some
out.
credit.
We're not as bad as Miami is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so schedule. We go to New England. We could win. To LA. That's a risk. I still think we could win that game.
Yeah, I think it'll be a low scoring, pretty ugly game, but it's just because I think we'll stop Gurley, Case Keenum.
Yeah,
isn't a great quarterback. I mean, those are all winnable games.
Then we go home to home against San Fran, win. To Miami, we could win. home against New England,
Uh,
we could win. I mean,
if I say we can be 4-3,
yeah.
and if we end up 4-3, wait,
Oh,
let me look. No. So if we beat New England, so New England won. Oh wait, so New England, I think we could win.
I think that's
Rams win. 49ers win.
Win.
That's 3 wins. 4 wins. We can have 5-3 after that, and then we go to Seattle. But if we can be 5-4
Seattle
after
doesn't
that,
impress me actually. I'm not saying we're gonna win, but
if we're
Whatever.
5-4 after 9 games, I think that's huge. Because then we have Cincy, which
that's probably a loss.
you never know. We got Jacksonville,
Win.
Oakland, Cleveland, Miami, the Jets. We have some winnable
Those
games.
are all winnable games. Like
And after we look today, I would not say anything it goes as far as saying that we're a playoff team, but I don't think that we're gonna end up with like 14 losses or anything
No.
close to that nature. I think we'll maybe have at least like 8 wins, maybe going in the back end of the schedule.
Yeah, so we could definitely be. I think besides the
I
Cincy
think
and Seattle game,
I think at the New England and at Cincy, I think are 2 games that like could prove whether we're a playoff team or not. That's just my opinion. Pittsburgh, they may not even. We could beat Pittsburgh at home possibly.
Do we play Pittsburgh?
Yeah, at home.
Really? I didn't see them.
I mean, Pittsburgh has a lot of these games where they like lose to teams they shouldn't lose.
Yeah,
to.
they're down 10-0 to Philly right now, so we're better than Philly in my opinion.
But
So
getting back to what we're talking about, though, Cincinnati and New England are 2 games I think if at home against New England, going up against Brady, if we can find ways to win both those games, I think we're a playoff team. I think we are.
yeah, I think we are too. I mean, we started off really slow, but we're still trying to. We have a ton of injuries for one, and we're just trying to find ourselves.
I'm excited. I think the next 6 games will be really telling
Yeah.
the mettle of this Bills team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Are we a playoff team? Do we have what it takes to string together so many victories? After last season, we didn't really see that. Their biggest win streak was 2 games.
Yeah.
Which is something we haven't really seen with Rex Ryan in the pros. He does respond to losses with wins, but he doesn't really have like giant win streaks.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's more of like a consistent.
They're
He's
better
not
without.
yeah.
Like the Chiefs are 1-4 with Charles, and
Holy crap.
11-2 without.
That's funny.
Trevor Simeon.
Trevor Simeon's been terrific. Was terrific today. No interceptions either.
Hot take: Charchander West plus Spencer Ware. The duo is better than Jamal Charles. Maybe
Charles getting old.
he is. He's still a dynamic player. Like in the
Yeah.
very least, use him as like a pass catcher or a receiver. And another guy, Walt Powell, I thought had a big game. Shut up, Kelsey.
Yeah, Kelsey can play.
Such a gay name. Travis Kelsey.
Hey, I was kidding.
I thought you said you hated the name
No.
Travis.
That's alright.
I know it's your last name, but like Travis.
What the hell is Cam Newton wearing? Sorry.
Yeah, or did so winnable games. Let's do some grades. Tyrod Taylor, I'll give him a B plus
B
today.
plus,
He was
yeah.
efficient. He had some huge runs.
Yeah,
in the
he was
rushing
clutch.
game.
He
He
did
had
have
like,
a touchdown,
like a
but
30-yard touchdown run.
he did have the touchdown run. He did have a touchdown
49 yard scramble to set him up for the first field goal, which really got the offense rolling for them.
Yeah.
And then he also was efficient in the passing game. He did have a pick, but besides that, he was overall very efficient. I'd give the running backs
A minus.
just because.
McCoy had over 100.
Well, yeah,
yards
I'll
and
give him
touchdown.
an A.
Definitely, I give them an A.
The
Solid.
other backs, I would give him like a B or even like a C, just because. Well, Gillisley actually had some
Gillisley
nice
played
runs.
great. He was clutch because when McCoy needed breaks, he went in there. He had a
ran.
few first down runs. So.
Yeah. Definitely, that's something we haven't seen running Gillisley this season. So maybe we end up doing that.
Yeah. O-line was a little shaky.
I can't wait till we go to Oakland. That's our revenge game for them knocking us out of the
Oh
playoffs.
my god. Well, we would have made it anyway, though.
You never know.
Well, no, because I think Baltimore owned the tiebreaker, and they still would have.
Yeah, but you can't say that because if let's just go back because if the Bills would have won that would have put pressure on Baltimore.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
they know they have to win. Like, so that's another thing. Like,
Yeah, I'm with you. But dude, that game ate my heart out. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I never I cried like pretty hard.
that was one
night.
of the worst Bills losses I've ever had. Like, I've taken
And that
the
was
worst.
such a winnable game.
That was
too.
the closest I've ever come to seeing my
Oh my
Bills
gosh.
in the playoffs because I was too young to watch the game, see them play when I
Yeah,
was younger.
dude. I don't
And
want
they've
to
been
talk
so
about
bad, but I'm not gonna be as pessimistic as I was last week. I see hope for the future this season with Ryan. We're getting a ton of key players back week 6. Who do we play week 6? Isn't that when Lawson comes back?
San Fran.
San Fran. What's week 7? I meant. I think he'll come
I
back.
think that's
afterwards.
at Cincy. Or no, at Miami.
Okay, if we have Lawson and Darius that game, they barely beat Cleveland at home. I mean, give us.
Yeah,
some
we'll beat them. Like I'm not
Remember
worried-
last time we played in Miami, 41 to
41 to 14, 13, and they scored like a garbage time touchdown. So
Yeah.
we absolutely dominated those fools.